Hello again, Warrior. I'm so excited to be coming to you today. I have an amazing quote. I love this quote. I share it with all of my clients at some point while I'm coaching them. I shared it on social media before. I've even had other clients after I shared it with them go and find it and share it on social media as well. It's an amazing quote. It's truly inspirational. And it's from an icon, Bruce Lee, when he said, "Don't speak negatively about yourself, even as a joke. Your body doesn't know the difference. Words are energy and they cast spells. That's why it's called spelling. Change the way you speak about yourself and you can change your life." I think that's a truly powerful quote, and we're going to talk about it because a lot of people don't think that words make that big a difference. Certainly, my little kids sometimes don't feel like that, but it's important that they understand that they do make a difference. So, let's talk about how they make a difference and why we need to make sure we're surrounding ourselves with positive words. Hello again, Warrior. Once again, my name is Lawrence Stone. I am the basic trainer, and I want to establish a rhythm to your vision. And I need you to know that your words have so much power and so much impact in helping you establish that rhythm to your vision. I've learned a lot about words, and I knew about positive affirmations before, but I've learned even to be more particular about the words I'm using when I talk about things, when I'm trying to manifest things that I want to enter into my life. And it's interesting because manifesting has power to it. Your words have power to it. The things you say have power to it. In this quote from Bruce Lee, I especially like the part where he says that he talks about how your words are magic. Uh, they cast spells. That's why it's called spelling. And it's true. Your words, in fact, impact the elements around you. Do you realize this? When you when you engulf yourself in negative self-talk, in talk that's hurting, when you surround yourself with music that talks about pain and violence and destruction and is vulgar, when you play destructive video games and watch destructive movies, do you realize that that actually has an impact on your soul, on your being at a molecular level? You're going to find that people who surround themselves with more destructive music and movies struggle with depression more. There was a study done by Dr. I hope I say his name right, Masaru Emoto, and he studied molecular elements in water. And he did experiments with water where he said positive words toward them, or he just put positive words on a jar of water. And then he did the same thing with negative words. And he would play uplifting music for some water and bad music for other water. And he would experiment both sides of this with these water. And as he examined, he noticed that crystals would form in these waters, patterns would form in these waters. And when these waters were exposed to positive words, positive music on a molecular level, they would create these very symmetrical crystallized shapes that were beautiful, and a lot of them were lighter in color and more pure, and were happy and joyful to look at. And then when he went to the water that had negative words spoken to it or posted on it, or destructive music, destructive things projected at it, even names of destructive people, that the formations within the waters were dark and ugly and not symmetrical and unappealing. If you knew that this is what your water looked like at a molecular level, it's very clear which water you would want to drink. And it was the water that had the positive energy and the positive information projected to it. And there's been experiments done with this. And I don't know if Dr. Emoto was the first one to do this or if someone else just took his principle and tried it out. But there's been a lot of people who've experimented, what's called the rice experiment, because you cook rice in water and it absorbs the water. And so much of cooked rice is made of water that they'll take 2 jars and I've known a lot of people will just post words like thank you or happy or good on one jar, and then they'll take the other jar and they'll say, I hate you or bad or just something negative. Just post the words on it and leave the jars alone. Do nothing else with them. Come back 30 days later, and then we'll find that the rice with the positive word, the positive energy, still looks okay. But the rice with the negative energy is just deteriorating and gross and nasty. And it would be one thing to have one person come back with this result, but it's done over and over again with the same results. I've even heard of people who speak to the jar every day and will go to one jar and say, I love you every day, and to the other jar and say, I hate you every day, and even find more dramatic results. And it's kind of a connection to this study with Dr. Emoto that our words have power and they change the molecular buildup or shape of that water. Now, as a human being, we're mostly made up of water. And when we start receiving negative self talk from ourselves or from other people, and people constantly tell us that we're no good, that we're worthless, that's affecting us with the water molecules within our being. And the more we believe that, the more we surround ourselves with that, you'll find that the less happy we are, the less we want to be around people, and the less appealing we feel we are. We find ourselves unattractive when we believe other people are going to find us unattractive. And we're just breaking down. And because we believe that so much, the water molecules within our being are going to adapt to that and say, yeah, you're unattractive, so we need to be unattractive. And you're literally becoming unattractive on a molecular level. And it's heartbreaking to think about that. So when Bruce Lee says your words cast spells, that's why it's called spelling, he's absolutely correct with that. If you find yourself surrounded by people who are speaking about you negatively, whether it's in a career, a job, your family, a relationship, it is a toxic relationship. You need to remove yourself away from that situation as soon as possible. Find another job. Look for a company that appreciates their employees and will lift you up. Start looking at yourself in the mirror and telling you that you love you, that you care about you, and that you are a good person. That's going to start changing the water molecules within your body and within your being. And it's going to help you be a better person. And all of a sudden, you're going to become more attractive because the water molecules within your being are more attractive. And you're going to have more confidence and you're going to start believing in yourself. You're going to be able to start manifesting things. You might think I'm crazy, but go out there and research it. Time and time again, you will find story after story after story of people who were shut-ins, who were depressed, who felt they were ugly, they were severely overweight, and they couldn't do anything with their lives. And then finally someone came in and said, you have value. And help them repeat that to themselves and say, I have value. I am a valuable person. I am a worthwhile person. I'm a beautiful person. It's amazing. I've even seen people who haven't lost weight go from not very attractive to being attractive, even if they're a bigger person, because they believe in themselves and because they exude that positive energy. It's not about what their body shape is that makes them look good. It's about what the water molecules are doing. It's about the shape that's going on inside of them, that's helping them be happier, and it's uplifting them. Okay? So here's your assignment. Here's your challenge. Become aware of what you're surrounding yourself with, whether it's negative movies, negative music, negative self-talk, negative talk from someone else, a toxic relationship, whatever it is. Get out of those situations. And then go up to yourself in the mirror every day and say, you are a beautiful person. I love you. I want you to know that on the other end of the screen watching this, even though I can't see you now, I know you are a beautiful person. You are a good person. I love you. I know you have value. One of my core values for my business is love. And when I talk about that core value, I talk about it as I know everyone has value. That means you have value. Go be that person. Go show us that value. Put yourself in a positive environment that allows you to see that value. Look yourself in the mirror every day and say, I love you. You are beautiful. You have value. You got to start somewhere, but it's going to help establish a rhythm to your vision. You're going to live a better life as a result of it, and it's going to be amazing. Just watch what happens. Thanks.